Hey everybody, welcome to another video. My name is Matthew and today we're going to talk about how to improve your English when you don't have an English speaking partner. So make sure you watch the whole video to see my top 10 tips for this. So my first tip is that you should try to think in English. When I mean think in English, I mean when you are on the street, maybe you can try to think to yourself, how do I say this in English? Or how could I ask that person this question in English? And you can think about this in your head as you walk down the street. And having lived in China, this helped me learn Chinese much quicker because I was always thinking in Chinese. The second point is to talk to yourself. Maybe as you cook dinner or do your job, maybe you can say things to yourself in English. Sometimes we find ourselves talking to ourselves, but instead of talking to ourselves in our mother language, we can talk to ourselves in English. And I think this can help us improve. Obviously, don't talk too loud, otherwise people will think you're a little crazy. So it's better to whisper to yourself, actually. The third point, when you brush your teeth in the morning or wash your face in the morning, maybe you can say a speech to yourself in English. This is a good way. Then you can see what other people see when you talk English. Maybe it will give you a different perspective. The fourth point is maybe when you're speaking, try to focus on the fluency and not the grammar. And what I mean is that sometimes when people speak English, they focus, okay, I need to say this in the right grammar. How do I say this with present simple or present perfect? But instead of thinking like that, it's better just to actually say it out loud, because sometimes, even though maybe your grammar is wrong, you can still be understood. And if you're with somebody who is English or knows English better than you, they can help and correct you. So I think this is a very important point. The fifth point, I would say, is you can record yourself. Now on your smartphone, like your Android or your iPhone, you can record yourself in a voice memo. You can say something, you can read something, and you can say it back to yourself. You can say it and then listen to it back to yourself. And you can hear how you sound in English. Maybe this can help you to change your pronunciation. So it can also help with pronunciation as well. The sixth thing I would say is that when you watch TV, especially TV shows in English, you can stop it and repeat what they just said. Play it again, listen to another sentence, stop it, and then repeat what they said. And then you can do this over and over again. I think this is another good way. You could do the same with radio or podcast as well. They say something, you stop it, and then you repeat it, right? Another one, the seventh point, is maybe you can try to sing along to English songs. You could download, or you could find a website where you can find song lyrics and you can sing along to your favorite song, as long as it's an English song though. The eighth tip that I think can generally help speaking is that you can try to focus on the pronunciation. Maybe you can find a phonetic diagram where you can find all the phonetic symbols. If you go to Google search and you type in IPA, then you can find these diagrams and you can listen and focus on saying them properly. And this can help you improve your pronunciation as well. The ninth tip is probably to find an like an English club, maybe in your school, university, or in your town, where other people who are like you learning English, and you can go to this club or group and you can join in and become a member of this group, and you can practice English with them, and then you're helping each other, and this is another good way to practice as well. But my last tip, the final 10th tip, is that I would say maybe is that instead of trying to find a native instead of finding a native speaker, what you could do is you could go onto the internet, and you could try to find a native speaker on the internet as well. There are many places such as italki or Lang8, HelloTalk. There are many of these places where you can practice English online, and actually the internet is a good place, I think, and you can practice a lot of things, but definitely you can practice your speaking. Well, I hope all of these tips help you in improving your spoken English. If you have any other questions, then don't hesitate to ask me. You can ask me in the comment below. Maybe you can tell me how you practice your spoken English now. But if you like the video, then please like. And if you think someone else would like to see this video of tips, then please share it to them. And if you want to see more, then just subscribe. But until next time, goodbye.